Welcome back to Orange Chat Reviews. And checking out more from Bounding into Comics, Dragon Ball and Vegeta voice actor Chris Sabat accused of abusive behavior and exchanging roles for sexual favors. Ooh. Chris Sabat, the popular voice actor, most well known for providing the voice of Vegeta in Dragon Ball related media, has been accused of not only fostering a hostile work environment at Funimation, but also using his position at Funimation to entice female actors to sleep with him in exchange for continued work. To think I once looked up to this asshole. The allegations first surfaced in a court filing related to the ongoing defamation lawsuit against Funimation, Monica Rial, and Ron Toy, and Jamie Marchi by Dragon Ball Super Broly voice actor Vic Mignogna as part of Mignogna's plaintiff response to defendants' TCPA motions to dismiss. Mignogna and his legal team included an affidavit by Dragon Ball voice actor Chuck Huber, who is the voice of Android 17, as supplemental evidence in support of Mignogna's in support of Mignogna. In his affidavit, Huber notes that the first time in his career that he had heard mention of Mignogna was in 2003 or 2004 through Sabat, who was disparaging Mignogna due to his Christian faith, homophobically stereotyping Mignogna as gay, and accusing him of pedophilia without any concern for the alleged victims. And it goes over a lot of the court documents. Huber also states that he and his wife fear direct, planned, and specific retaliation from Sabat and those loyal to him in response to this affidavit that will be damaging to my reputation and career. Following these allegations and alleged direct message conversation between a fan of voice actress Stephanie Nadolny, the voice actress who formerly provided the voices of Kid Goku and young teen Gohan throughout the Dragon Ball franchise, surfaced, which appears to show Nadolny stating Sabat had been out to get me and make my life miserable ever since she turned down his advances. I'll read the messages. I'm sorry, I had a brain fart. Sabat is a bully and has been out to get those who don't run in his pack since day one. I turned down his advances, and ever since then, since like 07, he has been out to get me and make my life miserable. 2007. While Nadolny has not publicly commented on the screenshot, the likes of her Twitter profile are filled with tweets in support of Mignogna and that discuss the allegations against Sabat. As of writing, both Sabat and Funimation have yet to respond publicly to the allegations. Sabat, though regularly active on his Twitter profile, has not made a tweet since August 22nd. So I'm going to also go over a couple of these court thingies. I'm going to go from the top, basically. Number 7, I have been a voice actor of Okratron 5000, a company owned by Chris Sabat, since 2004. I believe this is Chuck Huber's affidavit. And have been employee of Deep Space Mustache, a film company founded by Chris Sabat during 2012 and 2013. 11. The first time I heard Vic's name was in conversation of 2003 or 2004 with Chris Sabat. It occurred while I was recording for FUNimation property at Okratron 5000, number 12. In that conversation, Sabat verbally disparaged Vic's Christian faith and speculated that Vic was actually gay based on the way he dressed. In 13, in that conversation, Chris Sabat stated that Vic was a pedophile who liked little girls. Despite these statements, he did not express concerns about the risks to fans, which I thought was odd. Yeah, I'd find that odd too. I mean, seriously now. Virtually 18. In virtually all conversations I've had with these voice actors when Vic was not present, disparaging remarks were made about Vic. Typical statements included, he's a prima donna, he's a douche, he's a diva, his clothes are gay, plus comments on his purported infidelity, dislike of his conservative Christian belief, and personal attacks for his support of Donald Trump. All of these comments were made at one time or another by Monica Rial, Jamie Marchi, Chris Sabat, and others. All of them, however, conceded his ability to do his job. According to the work environment, or according to Huber, the work environment and his experience at FUNimation was unpleasant, with certain individuals having their employment threatened if they fell out of favor with certain people, including Chris Sabat. Senior FUNimation directors have described the work environment at FUNimation to me as a den of poison, Kafka nightmare, and Orwellian slave factory. Damn. My experience working at FUNimation was unpleasant. It was well known that if one falls out of favor with certain people, including Chris Sabat, or if one tries to do anything to change the working conditions, that person will not be rehired as a voice actor. I felt threatened with not being able to use or not being used as a voice actor in subsequent projects if I complained about the work environment. Most disturbing of Huber's allegations, however, is that actresses employed by FUNimation or Sabat's company, Okratron 5000, were fired from their roles for refusing sexual advances by employees, while their replacements were subsequently hired based on their willingness to sleep with employees. When Dragon Ball Kai was recorded in 2007, I heard rumors that actresses had been recast at FUNimation for refusing sexual advances by FUNimation employees. I consider these rumors credible based on my experiences working at FUNimation and from direct messages received from former DBZ cast member, or from a former DBZ cast member. I also learned that actresses who participated in sex with FUNimation Okratron 5000 employees were cast in roles. I consider these rumors credible based on my experiences working at FUNimation. Though not specifically named, Sabat is later inferred to be a party to these disgusting practices, as Huber describes how Sabat is not only highly influential at FUNimation and other studios, but that he performed a majority of the casting and recording related to Dragon Ball properties, with some employees even considering Sabat to be a de facto manager of FUNimation. Chris Sabat is the owner of Okratron 5000 and is a voice actor at FUNimation. Chris Sabat did most of the casting and recording for the Dragon Ball Z properties, including for the movie Dragon Ball Z Broly. He engaged in negotiations either directly or through FUNimation for various projects with Toei Animation, owner of Dragon Ball Z properties. Voice actors employed by FUNimation generally consider Chris Sabat to be a de facto manager at FUNimation, and they believe his approval and support is vitally beneficial to succeeding at FUNimation and the conventions and the converse and the converse regarding his disapproval. Sabat has more influence at Funimation and other studios, including Rooster Teeth and Toei Animation, than Vic has ever had in the anime industry. Yeah, that is all very damning stuff. I mean, basically, in a nutshell, they're basically saying that Chris Sabat is the equivalent to Harvey Weinstein, or Harvey Weinstein. Casting couch and all. He's the Harvey Weinstein of the anime industry. And I gotta say, this is disturbing stuff. When I was a kid, I had the Legacy of Goku 2 Game Boy Advanced video game. That's when I first saw the Chris Sabat actor or voice actor, and how he did the whole behind the scenes thing. And that's when I started looking up characters of the voice actors and stuff, and I thought they were pretty cool people because they were part of the anime show that I loved watching as a kid growing up. But as real life tends to do, it tends to show you the uglier side of people as you get older, if you pay more attention. And I gotta say, Chris Sabat, you are one disgusting individual. And using Chris Sabat's and many other SJW logic, believe all women and this and that, well then, why the hell hasn't Chris Sabat been kicked out of Funimation? If allegations of this nature has been brought forth to the courts, why does Chris Sabat still have a job at Funimation? They should fire him immediately. They did the same to Vic Mignogna for less. Anyway, that is the video. I've gone over all relevant stuff. I plan on sharing this all over social media. Y'all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. This has been Orange Hat Reviews, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of all this. Do you think Chris Sabat should still retain his job at Funimation for this sort of, or after this sort of stuff coming to light? Let me know. Anyway, y'all have a good night.